Yolanda's horrifying impact on our people in eastern Visayas has brought all of us together for one common cause: concern and compassion for those who lost their loved ones, their homes, and their livelihood. It is a time that has shown the very best qualities of Filipinos, no matter how simple you are. And joining us tonight here at News Live is Congressman Winston Castelo, Chairman of the House Committee on Metro Manila Development. Good evening, sir, and welcome to News Live.
Good evening.
Let's talk about the Project Yakap. What inspired you and your colleagues to launch this project?
Halos lahat kasi ng mga kababayan po natin, NGOs, government organizations, they already contribute po dito. So dito naman po sa Metro Manila, yung mga LGUs din also adopted several cities and municipalities in Leyte. Kami naman po sa yung mga representatives po ng Metro Manila ay handa rin po tumulong. We would want to contribute even a small share dito po sa ating problema. So we have banded together and agreed to help and launch this Project Yakap. Project Yakap is pooling of our resources kung saan ang mga migrants na nanggagaling sa mga probinsya na biktima po ng typhoon ay sinusundo po namin sa Villamor. Hinahatid po namin sila. We use our multicab, provide them with transportation at hinahatid po namin sa mga kababayan po nila o kamag-anak po nila dito po sa Metro Manila.
Sir, besides providing cars, vehicles for them to go to their homes, what other projects in place under Project Yakap?
Okay, kung meron silang mga kamag-anak po dito, wala akong problema. Pero kung wala po silang mga relatives to stay on, i-adapt sila, we would be providing a lot of shelter areas. We have talked with our barangay officials to convert a certain basketball court as an evacuation area for them to stay there. At ang pinakamaganda ho nito, we would be able to maximize our relief goods. Alam naman po natin, all donors wanted to be assured na lahat po ng mga donations po nila will go to the affected families. So this is a way wherein we will be ascertained and guaranteed na yung mga relief goods that we have solicited will be going to the legitimate victims ng ating ng disaster. So this is an attempt to rechannel our relief goods, instead of bringing it physically sa Visayas na napakaraming problema physically, langhaba na ng pila sa Matdog. Yung C-130 naman po cannot physically bring all our relief goods sa Visayas. So dito na lang po sana sa mga shelter areas wherein we constructed to accommodate and adapt these victims.
Sir, how many of your colleagues are supporting you in this project?
Well, most of them, Most of them agreed to consolidate our efforts towards this end because everyone must contribute in this share. And we are happy that in my call as chairman sa Metro Manila, agreed to contribute their effort towards this end.
So are they already in place? As you said, there's a basketball area where you could actually provide the tent city for them. Is this now being implemented?
Yes. Just in front of Congress, we have already agreed with the barangay captain there to convert a certain covered court as a relocation. Pero as of now, we have been keeping in touch with the welcoming committee, yung DSWD and Congressman Calixto, who's handling the welcoming ng mga transients po natin, not victims po natin. At so far, wala pa naman ho na mga Visayan na mga victims that would require shelter. As of now, karamihan lamang po yung assistance po namin is limited in providing transportations because most of them would have relatives here. Pero, granting that they would need a relocation site, we are prepared physically and we are welcome. They are so much welcome dito po sa aming lugar.
Sir, with the implementation of this project, where will the resources come from? All from donations?
Well, yes, from donations because you cannot underestimate the generosity of the Filipino people. We call them into action. The donations really flow. And even right now, alam naman po natin na nag-overflow na ang mga donations sa Visayas. In fact, there is now a call to monetize ito po donation o ibahin naman po because napakarami na po na nag-donate ng bigas, napakarami na po nag-donate ng tubig. So ito po, this is a high time, no, kung saan maximize na po ang lahat ng donasyon. Ngayon, of course, there are some necessary expenses that we will be incurring as congressman. But with or without PDAF, we are ready to help them. No, if we were able to finance our own campaign in the last May, this is just a little contribution sa gagawin po namin. So hindi po siguro masakit kung manggagaling po sa aming pera mismo ang pagtulong po sa mga kababayan po natin sa probinsya.
So in line with the PDAF issue, how is your group now trying to implement this? We know that Congress right now is filled with issue and credibility is in question. How can you implement something like this without getting a lot of criticisms from the public?
Well, it is high time that the public now would realize that the PDAF is not an end service sa ating mga babayan. We should now be resourceful and creative in performing our duties, like soliciting support from the public is one way of providing service to our people.
Sir, as chairman of the House Committee on Metro Manila Development, what kind of preparations here in Metro Manila, and also what are the lessons can we get, learnings from the disaster in the Visayas for us to be better prepared in the future?
Well, in the privilege speech that Congressman Romualdez delivered yesterday, no, we learned a lot because he has a first-hand knowledge of what happened. At yung sinabi po niya, no amount of preparations would be suitable, no, especially with this kind of magnitude ng storm po niyan. In fact, the national government, ang sabi po niya, quoting him, is very well prepared. At meron pong coordination po ito sa local government. In fact, Secretary Maroja, Secretary Dinky Suliman, and I think Secretary Gasmin, they were there, I think 36 hours prior to the incident. So, disposition na po ang lahat po ng mga relief goods, lahat po ng mga contingency. However, because of the magnitude of the storm that is really unexpected, no one can really be prepared for it. However, on hindsight, we could also expect dito na marami rin po natin matutunan, but we should put up an institutionalized, a second layer ng defense po natin. A second layer wherein if the first layer of options ay nag-back down, meron po tayong plan B wherein we could rely on, especially in terms of preparation and disaster management.
Okay, on that note, thank you very much for joining us here tonight at News Live. That was Congressman Winston Caselo, Chairman of the House Committee on Metro Manila Development. Good evening, sir.
Thank you.